Hi, this is Barry Schwartz from the Search Engine Roundtable. This is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, July 23rd, and this is the news we covered over the past week at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. We'll get started pretty much with the big news from Yahoo and Bing. Starting this week, and Yahoo confirmed it and announced it, Yahoo results that you see might be Bing results. So Bing might be powering Yahoo. Yahoo has started live bucket testing the Bing-powered search results in Yahoo. As we know, this has been going. This is a deal in the making for a long time now. Yahoo made a deal with Bing that Bing would power all their search technology, but Yahoo would be able to do certain things with the stuff around it, and you leverage Bing's search technology. So Yahoo is no longer necessarily a search algorithmic company, but they do have a search engine. It says Yahoo all over it, but technically in the future, supposedly sometime in August or September, the full 100% switch will be made, and Bing will completely power Yahoo search. So now if you go ahead and go to yahoo.com and you do a search at yahoo.com, you have up to a 25% chance that you will see Bing-powered results. Some of that will mean that you will see a logo said powered by Bing on the bottom in gray, and sometimes that might mean that you won't see that, but you'll actually just see that the results in the organic free listings match exactly the same as the Bing results if you do the same query. People are confused that they might differ. The organic results will be exactly the same between Yahoo and Bing once it's switched over. On the paid side, Yahoo said at the most they're going to go do about 3.5% of the testing of the searchers who are using it. About 3.5% will see Bing-powered page search results, but on the organic side, up to 25% will see that. I actually saw it myself, and let me show you my screen. So you can see my screen now. So basically what you see here are basically a picture between Yahoo and Bing showing exactly the same results outside of anything like news-related stuff or any one-box-related types of things that are included from a different index. But everything else matches exactly the same. So again, we have posted about this at seroundtable.com throughout this week, one on July 21st and one on July 20th. On the Google side, I noticed on July 22nd that a Googler named The Jack, I guess his name is Jack, but he goes under the alias The Jack, said that some clients have been booted or delisted or deranked somewhat, or degraded in the search results at Google because they were misclassified by Google themselves. Google has been supposedly classifying some sites, a very limited number of sites, very minor number of sites. Oh, we lost sound. You guys can hear me. So people have been saying that they've been losing rankings in Google search results, and they've been posting in the Google Webmaster Help forums. A Googler named The Jack, or I guess his name is Jack, said that they accidentally misclassified some sites, a very limited number of sites, in the search results as parked domains. And because of that, those sites have been negatively impacted in the rankings at Google and no longer show up in the top ranks. The Jack said this is a bug on a very limited number of sites. It's a manual change, I think, meaning they had to unclassify certain sites in that, and it should not affect most sites out there. It's a very specific issue, as Google said, and if you have noticed a drop in your rankings on July 20th, 21st, 22nd, definitely check out this July 22nd post that we did at seroundtable.com, and maybe you were misclassified as well. Not saying you were, but maybe you were. Speaking about Google, there was a minor PageRank update that happened sometime, I think, late July 20th or early July 21st, depending on your time zone, where a very limited number of sites have saw a downgrade of their Google Toolbar PageRank score. This seems to impact a very minor number of sites out there, so I suspect it has to do with Google doing some type of PageRank penalty push, where sites that they suspect are buying or selling links might have received a downgrade of their PageRank score in the toolbar. So definitely take a look at that. If you've seen anything, we posted about that today, July 23rd at SERoundtable.com. Back also on the Google topic, it seems like Twitter usernames have been ranking fairly well in Google. What that means is if you do a search for any letter in the alphabet, typically you'll see a Twitter username page show up in the top results. Some people are calling this the next Wikipedia, because obviously Wikipedia tends to rank well for any keyword, any short keyword phrase search in Google. And now if you do a search for anything, like any letter or whatever, S, A, B, C, they all tend to be on the top page. And let me go ahead and show you my screen here. Let me go ahead and show you my screen. Here's my screen here, and let me do a search for S. Sorry, let me do a search for S in Google, and you'll see over here is Twitter, over here is Yahoo Finance, and over here is Wikipedia. Let's try to search for A. Wikipedia, and down over here is Twitter on the first page. So you can see that these search results are typically seems to be favoring Twitter on some level. It could be due to the amount of linkage and stuff towards those usernames, but it definitely seems to be affecting those. Google seems to be liking those Twitter usernames, so SEOs should take notice and maybe try to optimize their Twitter profiles a little bit better and target certain keywords using Twitter names, maybe. Obviously, your Twitter background files are the most important things out there right now. Okay, this week on the Bing side, outside of the Yahoo stuff, Bing launched a new Webmaster Tools completely. It's really completely revamped, and I'm going to take you through some screenshots, but the main things I want to tell you, it's completely revamped. There's a lot of cool data in there. The reporting is much more fluid and much easier to use, but the requirement is you need to use Microsoft Silverlight. You have to have that installed to see the reports. But if you do, it's much slicker, and for some reason there's no backlink data. Microsoft Bing completely removed the backlink data. There's nothing there in terms of backlink data. So let me go ahead and take you through some screenshots on my screen now. And as you can see here, these are the different screenshots that show you that you have to have Silverlight installed. So I went to my PC, I installed Silverlight on a PC that I rarely use. And you can see it has a nice dashboard, shows you dashboard of the home page, which basically shows you all your sites, and if the clicks percentages go up, impressions go up, page index are up or down, and page crawls are up and down. Then you can drill down to the dashboard, and it shows you overall charts overall, and you crawl through and see the crawl stats over time. You can see index pages over time, plus you can actually see a traffic summary, basically analytics in terms of how much traffic you're getting, plus with query data, showing you impressions per query, and clicks per query, and the click-through rate per query. I'm still not sure why they dropped their backlink data, but it seems to have been pulled, and I'm not exactly sure why, but it is gone. A lot of people do not like the fact that Bing dropped the backlink data, and a lot of people do not like the fact that you have to install Silverlight. Other things on the design side, Google has totally revamped their Google image search. Now, we reported about this about a week ago. We talked about it. We saw people saying things about it. Then earlier this week, we even showed pictures of people showing it off. I think this was late on Friday, which we posted the pictures. And now Google has officially launched it. They launched it on July 21st, which was Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. Actually, it was Wednesday. And some people love it, some people hate it. I personally think it's pretty cool. So if you do a search in Google, and let me bring up my screen quickly. Let me show you how it looks. You do an image search, click on images, and now it just fills up the whole screen. You just constantly scroll, and it constantly keeps adding. There's some bugs with it, but it works pretty well. And you mouse over something, and it makes it bigger. And if I click on it, it actually does this thing where it keeps you on their site, unless you have a frame buster, which this guy did. But it keeps you on their site, and it shows it basically in a frame behind it. If you click X, it will take you to the website and you'll get to it. But a lot of webmasters aren't happy about the fact that Google is pretty much putting a framed result there, and you might lose traffic from that. So if you are losing traffic from it, you can join the complaints over at Webmaster World and other forums out there. We haven't posted that on July 21st. Personally, I think it's great for the searcher. I like it a lot. But from the webmaster perspective, it's probably going to notice a drop in search referrals on the image search side from Google because of this. On the AdWords side, a lot more people are noticing pink ads. Bring up my screen again, and you can see for a search for BP oil spill, somebody noticed a pink background for the AdWords listings as opposed to a yellow background, which typically everybody else sees. Google's been testing this for a while. We noticed pink backgrounds in May. We've seen them move from pink to blue to yellow and back to blue and then back to yellow and then mix things over at times. So we have a lot of history about Google changing the background colors of their AdWords listings. You can take a look at that on July 22nd at SEOroundtable.com for more information. We've been tracking this case of a AdSense publisher who's been hacked into. Back about, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, maybe even 4 months ago, an AdSense publisher claimed to be hacked into by an Indian guy. They got into their account, they changed the passwords, they changed the banking information, and he lost about $25,000 or so plus over the course of 1 month, and obviously continuing work. It basically got no response from Google regarding that, and he went ahead and posted the Webmaster World thread. Google said contact him via PM. PM didn't work, blah, blah, blah. Over time, basically nothing happened for about 3 or 4 months. We posted about it again, and then AdSense the guy finally said that Google contacted him. They got in touch with the publisher, and everything has been restored. He has access to his account. I assume he got his money back, and things have been fixed. So that's nice to hear as well. We have that story on July 19th at SEOroundtable.com. On the map side, Google Maps Places has reporting delays. A lot of people are complaining that they can no longer see up-to-date information in their Google Maps local business center, or what is now called Google Places. It seems like ever since that one-box redesign for the Google Maps one-box redesign, the reviews as well as the places, impressions, and data has been wiped out, or is no longer showing up since I think about the July 12th or 13th. I'm going to go ahead and take a live look for you guys to see my place listing and see if anything has been updated. And it seems like they just recently updated it, July 18th now. So they are slowly catching up. Today is July 23rd, but when I last checked, it was up to July 13th or 12th. So things are definitely catching up. And usually that's what happens when Google releases a new update, such as the Google One Box update to the Maps thing. Google, Yahoo, and Microsoft all reported earnings this week. Google announced the revenue was up about 24%. They made about $6.82 billion. I think their income was not as impressive. Their paid clicks decreased from the previous quarter about 3%, meaning less people are clicking on those paid links from the previous quarter than they were, from the previous quarter, 3% less. And the cost per click was actually up about 2%. So people are spending more on ads, clicking less over the previous quarter. Net income was up a bit, cash is up a bit, and overall more employees in the company as well. Yahoo, their revenue was up slightly, their income was up a lot, meaning their net income was up a lot, but it was hard for me to get the CPC and PPC data from their financial data. But Microsoft supposedly blew everyone away because of the Windows 7 phone launch and Windows 7 OS. So people are buying that up and eating that up, and people are liking it. Overall revenue was up 22% to $16 billion or something. Operating net income were both up 50%, about $5.9 billion and $4.5 billion. Online advertising revenue increased $79 million or 19%. But it was hard to find specific CPC and PPC data. We do know that although their network division, which basically includes search, did see an increase in revenue, but their profit was way down. They lost about almost $700 million. That's because of obviously the research and development on Bing, but also specifically records of the Yahoo Search Alliance and how much money it costs to bring that in. But they hope to make that up over time. let me share some polls with you guys. We ran a poll a few weeks ago asking or telling, basically, Matt Cutts said that you should not use the nofollow attribute for internal linking. It's a bad thing to do. He said don't use it. We did a poll asking, based on Matt Cutts' advice, as an SEO, would you still use it? We had a dead split. We had about 175 responses. Half of them said yes, they still will use it for internal linking. They will still use nofollow attributes for internal linkings. Another half said they won't use it. So basically, half the SEOs out there believe Matt and half of them don't, at least in our poll. Another thing that SEOs are split on are buying links from link brokers. Obviously, a lot of SEOs buy links, but a lot of SEOs are careful where they buy them from. We did a poll 2 weeks ago asking would they buy a link from a link broker who's very well known, such as TextLink Ads or any of the other link brokers that are very well known. We got over 300 responses, well over 300 responses. 48% said they would buy a text link from a broker to benefit their own site, meaning they would actually do that. 45% said they would never buy a link from a text broker. 5% said they would only buy a text link to hurt their competitors from a broker, and 2% have other things to say. Basically, this is specific to not buying links, but to buying links from very popular link brokers. So that covers the overall thing. Just a few more things to share with you. We have some logos to share with you, and then we'll just wrap this up. So let me show you my screen again. This week was Moon Day. It was actually on, I think, Tuesday. Nobody really had a logo except for us. Google had a special logo in Korea for Nam June Paik, who's basically the first video artist, or known as the first video artist out there. And Colombia had a special doodle as well for the Doodle for Google competition, which was nice. We also posted some logos today. Google Germany has a logo for a well-known painter. His name is P.S. Croyer. Tomorrow, Google Czech Republic will have a logo for Alphonse Mucha, who's basically also a well-known painter, but he's specifically known for his paintings of women. And today is National Hot Dog Day, so make sure you go out there and get yourself a hot dog, because today is National Hot Dog Day. So that pretty much recaps the Search Buzz video recap. Again, the highlights is the Yahoo Bing relationship. Searchers seeing that live now in the results, 25%. Google PageRank update, Twitter ranking very well, and misclassifying some sites as park domains. The Bing Webmaster Tools update, which requires Silverlight but does have more sophisticated reports, but has dropped out the backlink data. And then some miscellaneous stuff regarding some polls we did in places and stuff like that. So thanks so much for listening. We'll try to do this every Friday or so at 9 o'clock or so today, and we'll publish this on this podcast at SEOroundtable.com. This is Friday, July 23rd. Thanks for listening. This is Barry Schwartz. I'm the Search Engine Roundtable at SEOroundtable.com. Thank you so much.